So we know our community, it's like therapy is a taboo. But again, it's, because growing up, I honestly didn't know about therapy, right? But thank God, being in a country like Canada, and the narrative is changing. A lot more people are accessing those resources. People are speaking about it. So we're encouraging all of you out there to, like you said, no one's gonna ever escape grief, right? So it's nice to have those resources and tools, all aspects, spiritual. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, right? To help you get through one stage of grief to the other. So don't feel like you're alone, and don't feel don't be ashamed, I would say.
Yes.
Access and speak up. Somebody else, like Shasily is sharing her story now, somebody else might learn from that. So being in the medical field, I'm a nurse. My profession, I'm a registered nurse. And I've worked with that demographic where you see loss quite often. So for me, because I know sometimes people are trying to empathize with you, and genuinely they are. Sometimes they don't know what to say, or maybe they're saying too much. So what was the, what would you say to people that are, that have involved with an individual that's going through loss? How can they find a balance, when to speak or when to just be quiet? Because what I've learned, sometimes all you could do is be present, right? You don't have to know what to say. Like when we're, helping families out, sometimes just a touch on the shoulder can go a long way. So a hug, exactly. So what would you say to our viewers out there? How can they find a balance so that they know they're really empathizing, and that act of kindness is being recognized and is being used by that individual? What would you say to them?
Yeah, so I would say that I think the first thing is that we have to acknowledge that every person, every human being is so unique and so different in their own way. In relation to grief and supporting people, I feel like there's no textbook right answer, because what I respond well to doesn't mean that you might respond in the same way. So I think that, when it comes to supporting a loved one, or it could be, I don't know, maybe you're walking down the street and you see someone in distress and you want to help them. Of course, using wisdom and caution. Number one, safety. But, if it's a loved one or maybe a coworker, I think that if you know the person fairly well, it's really just about kind of tuning into, okay, does it look like this person would even want a hug right now? If the answer is yes, then go in for one. Or simply asking that person, how can I be there for you?
Oh, I love that.
Because you know what? I would probably actually start there, because we never want to assume that someone wants a hug, that someone wants to talk, whatever the case is. And I think that in my own journey, I appreciated that so much. Even if I did not know what I needed myself, someone just showing that level of care to say, you know what, Shas, can I get you something? Can I come on over? Do you want to grab coffee? Like suggesting things as well, maybe with people that know I'm a coffee lover, or, like to be active. Hey, let's get a good workout in together, whatever the case is. I would start with a simple question. It's like, we don't even need to overcomplicate these things, because we don't have the answers to it all, right? We're all on this journey of life trying to figure it out, right? that's how I really see it at the end of the day. So that would probably be my biggest piece of advice.
That's pretty good, though. It's pretty good. So start from there.
Start from ask. But if you have other suggestions, let us know.
For sure. Yeah. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I'm sure you're blessing somebody with that feedback.
Oh, I hope so.
That was a great answer. I really like that. Okay, so let's get into more exciting. Let's talk about Powerful Inc.
Okay.
What is Powerful? What do you guys do? What demographics do you work with? And we already mentioned what inspired Powerful. Still,
that's correct.
Take it away.
Alrighty, I'll take it away. So Powerful is a health and wellness organization here in Edmonton, Alberta. And we work with a population, it's very, very diverse. As little as 10 months, the little babies that I love so much, all the way up to seniors. So, and everything in between. We work with people that have different abilities, and we offer a variety of services. So we do personal training, group fitness, therapeutic youth work. We offer workshops. And really anything that the community is looking for, if there's a way that we can provide it, we will be there.
That's awesome. So now you're not working only with that youth demographics. It's like it's expanded.
Correct.
So you're touching more lives now that you were doing before. And also you're bringing in that experience as well, right, that you're applying. So that's beautiful.
I love to say, thank you so much. I love to say that, you know what, nothing that we go through in life, no chapter of our story is ever wasted. When I was doing my degree in child and youth care, and I went to MacEwan for 6 whole years, and I was really starting to feel that pull towards transitioning into doing my own thing. I was thinking, oh my gosh, am I not going to use this degree?
Yeah.
Because I said, Lord, I did not spend all this time in school to not, and I just feel like God was looking at me like, oh, my daughter, you are so funny, because he had a plan all along. But being able to really incorporate, yes, I am a certified personal trainer, and I have all of my fitness certifications that I need at this point in time to operate, group fitness classes and all of that.
Right.
But for example, therapeutic youth work, heavy on my skills that I learned from my program, right? So bringing it all together, and I just want our viewers to know that don't ever feel like anything you're doing is ever wasted, because I promise you it is not. You are being refined and molded and shaped so that you can grow into your best self for this next season of life when it comes. So
that's awesome. I'm glad you shared that, because I can relate.
Yeah.
And kudos to you, because you went through the whole program. You worked for a little bit, and I, was in engineering before. I switched into nursing. So I took a 360. When I tell people I did engineering, like, what? And you're nursing, like, how do they connect? But yeah, it was difficult for me, like, oh, I wasted those years in school and all of that. But you were saying I did the whole 9 years, and, but I'm still using. So I don't know how I'm applying my engineering program to what I'm doing right now, but I'm sure there's something, just like discipline, being grounded, all of that. So, if you're in that, position, it wasn't time wasted. Just keep going. And it doesn't mean too that you should get stuck. So I really like, I just thinking about it now, you're like, oh, I did all these years in school, so this is it for me. No, you're like, nope, I don't care if I've wasted time, which is not time wasted, but I'm ready to follow my purpose. So that's beautiful. And thank you.
I think also it's important to not get stuck in the thought of, oh my gosh, I'm not going to take the leap of faith because I've already invested so much time in this one thing. I think that, if you're feeling led to go in another direction, I think we also have to honor that and honor our emotions, because I actually got to a point in my career where I was showing up to work and really not enjoying it. And I'm the type of person where I'm like, you know what? Life is too short, especially after seeing my mom pass on at such a young age. I was like, there is no way I'm going to be working for somebody and, you know, spending how much of my time at a job that I'm not fully, like, is it filling my spirit the way that I need it to?
Right.
And, you know, social work is a profession that you're giving so much out, right? So it can be very emotionally taxing, and you really need to, I think any field that you're in, it's important to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. In life as humans, a lot of the time, you know, if you're a parent, if you're not a parent, I mean, we give a lot out in many different capacities. So I think that aspect of, you know what, Shas, do something that, yes, you're still giving back to other people, but it's genuinely filling you with so much purpose as well. Right. And not to say social work wasn't doing that for me, but I know that now I'm in my divine purpose by God's grace.
Divine. So if you're not there, I'm sure it's scary, but take the leap of faith.
It is,
which is what you did. You know,
you never know what's on the other side of that. So
that's right.
You know.
All right. Yeah.